Hey guys, welcome to Naturally Nino. So I'm sorry that I didn't get to post a video for you guys last week, but I do have a video for you guys this week. And today's video, I really wanted to talk about happiness and the definition of pure, true happiness and how I define it, I guess. And oftentimes I get asked, how is it that I stay happy all the time? And my answer is that I'm not happy all the time. I'm not happy 24/7. It's impossible for a human being to be happy 24/7 because you do have to experience all your feelings, all your emotions in order to know what's good, what's bad, what's middle ground, and so forth. And so, just like anybody else, I get mad, I get upset, I get hurt, I get angry, I get frustrated, and I cry. I cry a lot, actually. But those feelings don't consume my life, or at least I don't let them consume my life, because I've grown to understand that those feelings are going to happen no matter what, because that's part of life. You have to experience those feelings and you have to experience the downside to know what it feels like to be happy and to crave that happiness. And so from personal experience, I grew up a pretty happy child, and somewhere along the way, I did fall into a very negative cycle of self-doubt, having no confidence, judging myself, judging my body, not being happy with my body, disliking certain parts of my body. And in order to cope with that, I just wanted to numb those feelings down just so I didn't have to think about it or think about any of the other stresses or pressures that I had going on in my life. So what did I do? I started drinking heavily, and I started, messing up my sleep cycle because I was out partying because I thought it was more fun. And, to go get drunk and then be hungover the next day and lose an entire day just for the pure fact of trying to heal, And I tried all sorts of different diets, to get myself to lose some weight or to feel better about myself, and I don't know, maybe I thought it was the cool thing to do at the time because everyone is on a diet, especially females. You ask a female what they're eating, they're always on a diet no matter when and where, until they see that chocolate cake or whatever it is, and they're like, oh, there goes my diet. And so I definitely was one of those people, and I will admit that. And the reason why I admit that is because I am not one of those people anymore. And it is the most amazing feeling ever in life, because I remember eating very, I tried all sorts of diets, but I've done the, low carb or low fat, or let me just eat apples and buckwheat and just live on that, or let me just eat toast with avocado spread on it and apples for the entire day, and I could just eat as much of it. Basically any other diet. And that did me no good, because at the end of the day, what was I doing? I wasn't getting any nutrients. I wasn't getting any vitamins. I was literally depleting my body of nutrients and limiting myself in calorie intake. So obviously I was feeling, not energized to do anything, very weak, very fragile, very moody, and my metabolism sucked. It was super, super bad. And even my skin was not as clear as it is right now. I definitely would get acne here and there. It wasn't an extreme case of acne, but I could see that I had a lot of blackheads around my nose, and I would get, pimples here and there, and I really didn't like them because it felt weird and awkward. And after a while, I guess I just had enough of it, and I decided that I was going to take my health into my own hands and do something about it. And that's kind of when I started researching things and seeing what's out there, and I came across the raw food movement. And the way I found out about it was actually a video that Fully Raw Christina did, and where she basically explained her story and explained how she found out about the raw food movement and how she got into it and how it completely changed her life. And that was the moment that I realized, wow, oh my God, I can eat an abundance of fruit and vegetables every single day, and that's all I need. And I can eat as much of it as I want. So there's no limited calorie intake. I mean, you eat, but you eat until you're satisfied, until your body feels good. And I said to myself, I got to try this thing out. So literally the next day, I woke up and I was like, I'm raw vegan, And my family and my friends just thought that I was insane because they're like, you can't just live on fruit and vegetables. And I was like, yeah, you can. I found a whole community of people that live this way. And not only do they live this way, they've been living this way for years. It's just not really talked about because it's not mainstream and people find it weird, and people also have food addictions. I was one of them. And so when I switched over my diet and I completely eliminated all processed foods, all sugars, very low sodium intake, low fat, and basically high carbs. So basically just an abundance of fruit and vegetables. That completely changed my life. And this happened roughly 3-4 years ago. There was a period of time where I did come off it for a little bit. And then I realized that I literally jumped right back into the raw food or just veganism in general, because I realized that my body has never felt that amazing in its entire life. Like right now, I feel so energized and so happy. And the only thing that I have to thank for that is literally the lifestyle that I'm living today, which is literally full of abundant amount of sweet, ripe fruit and lots of vegetables. That is what my diet primarily consists of. I do eat cooked foods sometimes, but it's still vegan and it's whole food. It's not processed or anything like that. No added sugars or preservatives or hormones or whatever the heck else they want to put into your food these days. So I have learned to become a conscious eater, and I can honestly say that food makes up a large portion of how you feel. 95%, or I would say even 90% of all skin problems or feelings and things like that can be cured with food, just by being a conscious consumer and paying attention to what it is that you are putting into your body. Because remember, whatever you put into your body, that's what your cells are using to rebuild themselves and grow and function. And so obviously, if you're putting crap into your system, you're gonna feel like crap. Like, let's be honest. And if you're putting things that have lots and lots of vitamins and nutrients and protein and carbs and sugars, natural sugars, your body is going to flourish. I mean, yes, you're going to experience detox symptoms because that's a part of the recovery, that's a part of the healing. But once you get over that phase, I promise you, like I can guarantee it, that you will feel like a completely different person than you did before you started to eat this way. Because I can honestly say that the person that I am today is not the person you knew 3-4 years ago at all. I am completely different inside and out. And when you feel amazing from the inside, that shows, that glow, that vibrancy, that energy, it shows because your system is clear and it's feeling so good and amazing, you can't help but smile. And that's my secret to happiness. That's really it. Aside from the fact that I wake up early and I also, take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is that I have. And I make sure to say in my head, or I jot it down, how thankful I am for being alive today. And go over 10 things or 20 things that I'm thankful for in my life. And that's really it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe. It's free. All you gotta do is press the button. So that would be super awesome. And I will be posting more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.